I'm Tim MacKenzie, and I'm on the steering committee of the Silicon Valley Democratic Socialists of America. Growing up listening to punk rock bands, I always had a positive view of unions. But I didn't learn what solidarity meant and the true power of organized workers until I had a job as a graduate worker at Stanford and joined the initial organizing committee that led to the Stanford Graduate Workers Union, who just recently won their first contract. We started organizing once the Obama-era NLRB gave legal protections to workers in our classification nearly a decade ago. Organizing thousands of workers at a conservative, multi-billion-dollar institution that is Silicon Valley's largest landowner seemed impossible at the time. But the fundamental principle of workers organizing workers led us to victory. The support from experienced organizers and solidarity from fellow workers in the labor movement taught me how to effectively wield our collective power. I went from eagerly attending organizer trainings led by fellow workers with previous union experience to leading trainings of my own coworkers and building connections across campus and throughout the labor movement. We talked with people from AFT, UAW, ILWU, SEIU 2007, who shared expertise in academic work, Bay Area organizing, and Stanford-specific conditions. Workers who had no connection to our industry or campus were generous with their time and energy, giving us the encouragement and advice we needed to build our organization from a standstill. While we were still in the underground phase, we took concerted, direct action as unified workers and got our health insurance costs covered, achieving a victory equivalent to thousands of dollars in pay raise, even without a contract. The solid foundation my generation of organizers built has been carried forward by the current workers. They recently went public with UE, who organizes the Emergency Workplace Organizing Committee, EWOC, with DSA, to build unions for unorganized workers. SGWU achieved an overwhelming victory, over 90% of workers in favor, adding thousands of dues-paying members to organized labor in the South Bay. When over 90% of workers signed a strike authorization pledge, Stanford moved on contract language. For the first time, graduate workers at Stanford have a collective bargaining agreement enshrining their rights with one of the strongest contracts in higher education. An idea I keep in mind is that the NLRB precedent that kickstarted our union campaign only came about because of workers at another university organizing in a hostile legal environment. So when we see the Trump administration attempting to dismantle the National Labor Relations Act, we have to remember the law is not the source of our power, but is simply an expression of it. Workers and socialists fought side by side for decades just for the legal recognition of collective bargaining. The creation of the NLRB did not come from the generosity of the ruling class, but from us speaking together as workers in a unified voice to say, we deserve more! Our power comes from standing in solidarity together and the fact that we do the work that creates value. That is why the billionaires have waged a decades-long war to divide the working class. We are more powerful than they are when we move together. So as we descend into the dark times ahead, let our unity be a light to shine the way forward to a better world. When Starbucks workers go on strike because the corporation refuses a fair contract, let's turn out together on the picket line. When the bosses commit wage theft and underpay us for the work we do, let's fight back to take back what we deserve. DSA is endorsed and will turn out in support of Measure A to save our county hospitals. If you have a contract fight coming up, DSA will turn out and have your back. We'll turn out if your hospital collaborates with ICE like Stanford did last week and we responded to the alert from the Rapid Response Network. We want to build a rapid response network for striking workers across the county so that all of us can show up in solidarity across industries and job titles. While the billionaires are robbing us blind, it will take our collective efforts to stop them and get us back on track to a world where workers are in control. We already make the world run, so we should have the decision-making power. Laying the foundation now will let us build towards a general strike on May Day 2028, like Sean Fain from the UAW has called for. DSA has your back, whether you are fighting for a better contract, Looking to achieve your first collective bargaining agreement, or want to help organize a union in your own workplace? Let's fight together and build a better world run by and for workers. Because when we fight, we win! When we fight, we win! Solidarity forever!